Scout, you want to show them the new project car? Show it to them. Here it is, boys and maybe girls. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Car Studio, and this is a 2006 Corvette C6. And it is going to be a major project. There's going to be a lot of episodes. We're going to cover a lot of topics, and we'll get to that in just a minute. So real quick, before we talk about this car, let's talk about my subscribers. I'm so thankful for every one of you all, but I need your help growing this channel. And to do that, I need you guys to share these videos, tell your friends, tell your family, and make sure you like and comment on these videos. And when I hit 500 subscribers, I'm gonna launch a whole series about flipping vehicles for profit. I've been doing this for 15 years and have owned over 500 vehicles. And it really helped me in tough times, being able to buy a car for cheap, do a couple little things to it, and then flip it for a good profit. So help me out by liking, sharing, having people subscribe, and like I said, you won't wanna miss this series. All right, back to the project. So, like I said, this is a 2006 Corvette C6. This particular one is a base model, but it is a 6-speed manual, which is a definite bonus. Now, I did not buy this car, but the real reason I have it is even better than buying it for a flip, and I will tell you more about that later on in this series. But right now, let's start under the hood. So like I said before, it is a 6.0 liter LS2, 400 horsepower, 400 pound-feet of torque. And this particular one has about 145,000 miles, I'm pretty sure. It does run excellent. It doesn't even have a check engine light, doesn't leak anything, smoke, make any noises. If you don't know about the LS engines, they are legendary. I am by no means a Chevy guy, but I have a lot of respect for the LS engines. They are just an old school pushrod V8, and they make tons of power. They're reliable, super easy to work on, and they just go for many, many miles. And the aftermarket platform is huge. There's so much you can do to these engines for not very much money. This one, probably all we need to do to it is change the oil, and we'll take a look at the coolant system. Definitely take a look at the belt. I'm sure it's you know, shot, and all other wear items like the belts and stuff, or I'm sorry, the hoses and stuff. The car's been sitting since 2016, and of course the battery's dead. We are going to have to replace the battery. Now let's move on to the cosmetics. So we'll start back here with cosmetics. As you can see, the paint is severely oxidized and faded, and we're going to do an old-fashioned cut and buff and polish on this. And I'm going to show you guys every step of that in this series. And this top is another thing. Jesus, I don't even know where to start with this top. So as you can see right here, I started with some I took some tough stuff the other day and just worked on this little circle right here, scrubbing it, and it's starting to look tan. This is supposed to be a tan top, and it's just so moldy that it's turned almost black. And this was working, it looks like, but as you can see, it kind of like frayed the fabric. It's just so old. I don't think it's going to be salvageable, but we'll do our best to clean it up. And another thing, on a car that's been sitting this long, this top, I bet you the first time I press that button to open it, it's going to tear. And as of now, I don't believe it leaks, so I may not even open this top. We got to get with the owner and have a discussion about that. But again, like I said, this is a learning experience. All right, before we get inside the car, let's talk about the electrical stuff that's messed up. So, I'm not a big fan of this. It was probably cool in 06, you know, when the car was new and it worked. But to get in this car, there's a micro switch in here, and you just squeeze. It's just like a little rubber handle. You squeeze right here, and that, you know, pops the door open. And obviously, it no longer works. This side nor the other side. And the fact that it's both of them, it might just be a fuse. The key fob does work, so it's not the battery in the key fob. And it's not the solenoid or anything that releases this, because it does open. Again, the inside's electric. This is so dumb. Why didn't they just put a door handle here? But you press this button and it opens the door right up. And that works on both sides. So again, it's probably, it's definitely, you know, for sure either a fuse or just the micro switch in this little handle right here. Try and get focused in on it right here. You just push that. Now inside the car, the driver's seat does not move, and the top does not open. Again, I wasn't going to open the top because I'm afraid of what will happen, but you know, I did press the button just to see if I had anything. There's no juice at all going to it, so hopefully just another fuse issue. And I haven't really noticed anything else electrical. Like I said, I haven't driven this car yet or really gone over it, so it's going to be a learning experience for both of us. Let's check out this trunk. It's kind of weird, but a lot of cars that I've picked up have had a lot of straw in them. And, you know, I guess we're all rednecks in America, and we haul straw and tend to our animals and things like that. So while we're back here, let's turn this into a Doug DeMuro video and talk about this car's quirks and features. So when I went to pick it up from the gentleman, he threw me the keys and said, here you go. And I went out here to open the door, and you know, the battery's completely dead. And I said, okay, the battery's dead. So then I started looking for a keyhole, and there was no keyhole. And you know, I hate asking for directions, but I was completely lost. So I said, okay, how do you get in this car with a dead battery? So back here, there is, and let me get this zoomed in. So there's a keyhole right here, and you put your key into that hole and you turn it, and that releases your trunk. Now once you're in your trunk, there is this little guy right here you pull, and that releases your door latch, opens your door, and then you can pop the hood and, you know, change your battery or get a jump start. Now if you're curious like I was how you open the door from the inside if the battery's dead, because again, it's electronic release from the inside too, there is a manual handle right there. Again, I don't get it, Corvette, you know, Chevy. The idea of it's cool, you press a button to open the door, but on the inside of the car, I don't know. So before we get inside the car, let's go ahead and jump start this thing so you guys can hear how well it runs. It is very, very tight in here and very, very dirty. You've got your typical dirt on the door panel here, you know, where you open the door. I'm gonna show you guys how to clean that up. And you know, you've got your dirt. Sorry, the lighting's terrible. You're not gonna be able to see much. But you've got your dirt like down in, you know, your shift boot and cup holders and the carpets and the seats. And you've got things like this hanging down. That's probably some satellite radio antenna, maybe. I'm not sure. We'll learn that together. But yeah, you know, like I said, the seat doesn't work, top doesn't work. All things we're going to look into. And the next episode, I will be pulling these seats out and thoroughly cleaning this interior. We're going to start with the interior this week because the weather's not doing too great. And then, you know, next week or later in the week we'll pull it outside. wash it, and then start buffing. All right, whoa, that hood looks terrible when it's up like that. We're gonna fix that too. But thank you so much for joining us again. Please like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and like I said, help me grow 500 subscribers. We're gonna launch a how to flip cars for profit. See you guys in a few days.